Alright, let's dive into something that's been making waves recently, and trust me, it's a big deal. Imagine a courtroom in Damascus, Syria, where history is being rewritten. Bashar al-Assad, the former president, and Atef Najib, a key figure in the country's security apparatus, have been sentenced to death. But this isn't just another news headline. It's a landmark moment that forces us to rethink everything we thought we knew about accountability in war-torn nations. Personally, I think what makes this really interesting is the sheer audacity of the verdict. Assad, a figure who has long been seen as untouchable, is now being held accountable for crimes against humanity. It raises a deeper question. Can this set a precedent for other leaders around the world? Or is it just a symbolic gesture in a region where justice often feels like a distant dream? Now let's break this down. The court found Assad guilty of premeditated murder, while Najib was convicted of both murder and torture. But here's where it gets fascinating. The crimes in question date back to 2011 in Deraa province, the very birthplace of Syria's civil war. What many people don't realize is that Deraa wasn't just another battleground. It was the spark that ignited a decade of devastation. The court's ruling that these actions amounted to crimes against humanity is huge. It's not just about Assad and Najib. It's about acknowledging the systemic brutality that defines Syria's conflict. From my perspective, this verdict is a statement. Even in the chaos of war, there are lines that cannot be crossed without consequence. But here's the thing. This isn't just about justice for the victims. It's also about the politics of it all. Syria's civil war has been a quagmire of international interests, proxy battles, and moral gray areas. So, when a court in Damascus hands down a death sentence to a former president, it's impossible not to wonder about the motivations behind it. Is this a genuine pursuit of justice? Or is it a calculated move in a larger geopolitical game? One thing that immediately stands out is the timing. Why now? After years of relative silence, why is this verdict coming to light? If you take a step back and think about it, it could be a signal of shifting power dynamics within Syria or even a message to the international community. What this really suggests is that the narrative around Syria's war is still evolving. For years, Assad has been portrayed as a ruthless dictator, but also as a stabilizing force in a region torn apart by extremism. This verdict challenges that narrative. It forces us to confront the idea that stability achieved through brutality is no stability at all. A detail I find fascinating is how this case could influence global conversations about war crimes. If Assad can be tried in absentia, what does that mean for other leaders accused of similar atrocities? Could this embolden international courts to take bolder actions? In my opinion, the biggest takeaway here isn't just the verdict itself, but what it represents. It's a reminder that even in the most complex conflicts, there are individuals who bear responsibility for unimaginable suffering. And while this sentence may never be carried out, its symbolic weight is undeniable. It's a crack in the armor of impunity that so many leaders have enjoyed for far too long. So, as we watch this story unfold, I'm left with one lingering question. Will this be a turning point in how the world holds its leaders accountable, or just another footnote in history? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below.